it is hot, hot, hot. And plans, they have changed. I originally had set out to do some short trips because I had some things I needed to do here in Texas, and that was my goal. I was going to use my harvest host and I was going to travel throughout Arkansas and Missouri, finishing some videos that I had started whenever I found out that my dad's van broke down. I have some videos that are going to be finished at some point, but now they're not going to be finished right now because the weather has shifted. It is boiling everywhere and I am just too hot. Originally, I was planning on doing these shorter trips because I had some things that I needed to do here around my base camp, and those things have also changed as a result of that really hot, humid, sticky weather. So, now what's gonna happen next? Well, your guess is as good as mine. For now, I'm gonna go move the van though to a cooler place so I can maybe work in it in a little while. Along the way, life throws us a lot of different kinds of challenges, and the weather and I have fought time and time again with tornadoes, with heat, with rain, and ultimately I always try to go to places that just make sense for what's going on around me. And this year I was going to be sticking it out a little bit longer in Texas than I normally would, just because I needed to handle these things. But as soon as those things kind of got shifted, I was like, I am out of here. I am Audi 5000. It is hot. I am miserable. And for those who have never experienced Texas summers, it's really, really humid. So when you walk outside in dry temperatures, your body can sweat and slightly cool you off. And yeah, it's still hot and miserable, but it allows you to at least get some relief. But when you're in the humidity, your body just naturally is already like glistening and sticky, and that's the best way to describe it. So there's no reprieve whenever you start sweating. You just get overheated very quickly. So these last few days I have been struggle bussing real hard. So my goal was to go finish those videos, but because it is also equally humid and hot in those areas, I just don't have it in me to go back at this moment. I have to go back in the fall anyway because I'm going to be doing a mountain house retreat in that area, and so I thought that this was a good time to branch out and go in a different direction. With that, there are some additional challenges that I previously did not have here in my van. All of this. These are all fans that I have had to use here in Texas as a result of power outages. Now, if you follow my tiny channel, I've documented some of the weird stuff that's been going on with the weather, and I will continue to do so, and eventually that video will come out. But long story short, the other day, the power went out. It was a perfectly sunny day. The power just out for hours. And it was a very hot day. And so I took all of the power stations that I own and I went down to my parents' house, and we used these fans and the power stations to just try to keep one room tolerable, basically. And it was just hot. It was just really hot. And I'm not a complaining person, but like, wow, it was really uncomfortable, and it took everything in my being just out of me. It was like my soul evacuated my body. It was not fun. And so now I have all of these in the van, and I don't need all of these in the van, so I need to take them all inside, get them all charged up and stuff, and use the ones that I will be needing and take them in the van with me. I normally carry 2 fans with me in the van, so I'm going to put them back in here. The rest of them, I'm going to put them in a place where they are available to my family should the weather go bad again. And I'm also going to be putting all of the power stations that I do not take with me on the road in an area so that they can access them if they need them, because Texas power grid is not fun. So yeah, there's that. But in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to be going, and I want to get out of the heat, so I'm probably going to go to some higher elevations, which means that I need to finish up getting the van ready and then pack accordingly. Originally, I was just going to pack for like a week. Now I'm going to pack for an extended time so that I don't have to deal with anything, and I'm going to pack like some jackets and some sweaters up on the roof just in case, and I'll pack some cool pajamas and some warm pajamas based on where I'm going to end up. So basically, I'm repacking the van again. My mom found all of these Velcro pieces as they were going through some storage, and so I now have more Velcro for more patches, which means more adventures. The good news is all of this part has already been cleaned. The van has been scrubbed down. It is nice. I do have to get an oil change, so I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I should be able to get up out of here within the next couple days. All of the cooking stuff that I had that I was going to take on this short trip, I'm just going to go ahead and take with me. I'm also going to take my regular stove because now that I'm going to be on the road for longer, I'll have places I can cook outside as well as inside. So all that's going to remain the same. So now it's just a matter of picking out what power stations I'm going to bring with me, what clothes I'm going to bring with me, and getting those small things done for the van. Now, my tag for my van is due in August. And if you're seeing this and you've already watched the videos leading up to this, you know I don't post in real time. So that gives me about 2 months that I can travel before I have to be back in Texas. And so I'm going to take advantage of as much of that as I can. So we'll see where I end up. I'm not sure. I've been looking at the weather in all the different places that I'm interested in, and it's been a weird year for everybody, it looks like. But I want to get to some place that's cooler, especially in the evening time. I want to see some green trees. I want to see some water, and I want to see something epic, and I want to share all of that with you guys. So with that said, I've got a lot of planning ahead. So I'm going to get to planning where I'm going first, and then when it cools off a little bit more this afternoon, I'll start working on the van again. It's going to be fun though. It's going to be super fun. But I always keep you guys in the loop as to what's going on in my life, so I figured I might as well tell you that, you know, we're not doing short trips now. We're just gonna go on a long hauler again, which is what I do prefer. But for purpose, I was gonna do the short trips just because I like to be on the road, but now it just makes more sense to just be gone for a while. I don't have that much to put up in the roof box, so I will crawl up there this evening. I think I need to put my jackets and stuff up there. I need to put my mountain house back up there, and I have a picnic pack, which I'm going to be putting up there also. Originally, I was going to take a short picnic here, but I think I'm just going to take it on the road and take a really good picnic. Definitely going to be loading up this jackery, and this one is going to stay here for preparedness for my family. I'm going to be taking this power station with me because this is the one that I really like to have behind my seat that does super well with my solar panel on the roof. This is my bag of mountain house. It's already ready to go. So again, it just needs to go up on the roof. And most of the other stuff I've already talked about, so I'm pretty good. I've gotten all my batteries charged up already. I just need to charge those fans this afternoon and then do the maintenance on the van. I think I'm in good shape, so I'm not as stressed out as I thought I would be pivoting, but I am kind of also still stressed out because I don't know where I'm going. And I like to play it by the seat of my pants, but I need a general direction, and I'm not sure what that general direction is going to look like just yet. I also need to do some maintenance on myself before I hit the road. Looking a little woolly, so I'm probably going to do that this evening. I'm not sure. But these are all things that I try to handle before I hit the road just to make my life a little bit easier when I'm on the road. I'm so excited about getting on the road though. I have been really, really craving some mountain air. And I was really kind of getting stressed out as I saw the temperatures were just uncomfortably climbing, and more. It was like showing higher humidities in areas that I was wanting to go to. And at the same time, I was thinking, I'm not going to get to go anytime soon. It's just going to continue to get hotter. And then whenever that obligation that I had changed, I was just like, okay, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So I went into this whole like panic mode of, oh, I have to be ready right now. But in all reality, like, do I? No, I don't. I can still go at my pace and not rush myself into changing everything. But I do need to make sure I am thorough when I pack, so I'll go through everything independently and make sure everything is packed accordingly so that I don't get somewhere and then be like, oh no, I don't have this massive thing that I need. So I need to make sure I add like my water shoes. I need to make sure I have my hiking boots. I need to make sure that I have all of my wool socks because I will be doing a lot of really cool hiking, I think. I also need to make sure that I have all of my camera gear like secured in the correct places because it's all over the place right now. So it's going to be interesting. And this time, because of my computer situation, I'm going to be packing my computer bag differently even because things changed since the last time I was on the road. So it's just a struggle bus. But I think that the bigger picture here is that we are getting back out there. And I know to you guys, it doesn't seem like I've been here for a second because my delay on my videos, but to me, this feels like it has been an eternity of sitting in the heat. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. And I still have a few videos that I'm filming for you guys when it comes to like how I make my coffee, because several of you have asked me that. I also am filming my safety video, which I'll probably finish on the road realistically, because then I can show you how I do some of the things. And then there's a few other interesting things. Now, I know when you tuned into this, you're like, Van, prepping, what's going on? And this is part of it. This is part of it. Just talking through all of the options as to what I have to do. It's not always roses and sunshine and excitement. Sometimes it's planning and boring stuff. Okay, I've been working on this for a little while and I think I have some good options. I found some interesting things that I am fascinated by. I also found some other things that I'm fascinated by, so I made us flip a coin and go. But at least now I kind of have an idea as to the weather in the places that I was looking into. I also have an idea as to like what's available, what the campsites kind of look like in the regions, and I made some pins on Google that I can easily get to. I'm feeling a little bit better about this. I'm not sure still of what state I'm going to end up in, but I have at least 4 states that are of interest. And realistically, there's at least 5 states that are of interest. I just have to figure out if I'm willing to go to the one, because to go to the one, I definitely have to go to the heat first. And I don't know if I'm willing to do that. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm in pretty good shape now. Since I'm going to be gone longer, this bag has to go back in the van. This is my little bag that I keep all of my rinse-free cloths in, and then also my little shower caps that I can clean my hair with, so that if I don't have a shower nearby, I can still be okay. But I'm also going to put my laundry things in here because this can live up on the roof. And I feel like this is a good place for this to live, because I'm not going to be taking the tote that I previously had in there. So I'm just going to get that taken care of. Now that I know where I'm going, I know what I need. And I'm planning on being gone as long as I possibly can be. I also need to take some quarters, shove those down in there. So now these will live up in my roof with my extra stuff like this, and they're easily packed away, but also easy to access because I can just climb up onto the roof on the day that I want to do laundry and pull the things down. I also keep some of these rinse-free cloths down in the van, and then I just kind of restock as I go. But everything fits into one of these little bags up in the roof. It doesn't weigh very much, and it's out of my way since I only have 35 square feet. These will also go up into the roof, into my toolkit, some extra fuses, and some things for my tires. Everything's looking pretty decent. I'm gonna put this kind of in the front because it's light, and somehow I need to fit those fuses into here. I can do it. There it goes. Definitely need to put this back in there. This is a must. And now I just need to go and pack the extra clothes. Almost forgot this. Can't forget this. This is actually really important.